Untangle It All with Ella
and Emily. We're two stylists, one podcast, and zero filters. We're talking hair, hustle, and everything in between.
With our special little guest today, Bailey's back, my little doggy. So if you hear any funny noises, just don't look past it.
She's so cute. She looks like she's about to go to sleep. She's the best guest. Sorry to everyone else who's been on.
And might I mention, I'm not on the rocking chair today.
I am, and I'm making it my goal to try and sit still, but it's amazing how much you move. Like, right? I don't know, I don't sit very still, and it's showing. But that's okay.
Nothing can be worse than Monica. God, we love you, but geez, you rocked and rocked and rocked.
We've decided from now on, I'm going to sit in the rocking chair if guests are on, because it's just unconscious. Like, you need to pay attention, if you haven't already, to how much one moves at all times when you're just sitting there. We don't just sit still. We rock, we fiddle, we
fiddle.
We fiddle around with stuff.
And, like, for guests especially, like, they're already a little bit nervous.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's just fair.
Yeah, it is.
Well, how was your week?
My week was good. It was eventful. I have to say, this last month has given me a deep appreciation for my job in the fact that it allows me to be a mom.
100%.
Because I've had to leave work so many times over the last month, this week included, to go pick up one or both of my children from school. Because
God love them.
Cold season caught us, and my oldest... The most recent antic for him is he decided to jump off a swing and really roll his ankle. Now he's on crutches for a few days. It's just, thank God I have a job where I can clock out for half an hour, 45 minutes, and run and deal with the children. One day this month, one of my kids was at work with us.
Yeah. They
get dropped off with their dads. I take them home, but... At the end of the day, we have a very accepting job that understands we have lives, and
a lot of that again is management wise, because Monica is great.
She honestly
she's
is.
A mother herself, so she understands.
Yep. And I think that comes down to also like our district manager and our owners being understanding, because they're not harping on 100%. Monica so Monica, I'm sure you're listening. We appreciate you so much. You help us it helps us live our life, but it also encourages us to really step up and want to show up, because when I know I always do try and be a really good employee, but obviously when you have a job that is there that makes your life a little bit easier like that, you really want to show up. So
100%.
I really try to make sure I leave and come back, and I feel it makes you feel even more guilty when you do miss time, because you want to show up the same way they're showing up for you.
Exactly.
Got a little sappy there for a moment. Aww. But being a mom's hard, working's hard. I mean, you don't even have to be a parent for work to be hard. No. Everyone has life demands, whether you have kids or not. So make sure you're finding yourself a job that cares that you're a human and
literally
doesn't take advantage of you, and that helps us to not let clients take advantage of us too.
Yes.
I think.
Boundaries.
They encourage you to have boundaries, and I really appreciate it. How was your week?
My week was good. I'm trying to think. It was long.
Yeah.
I had a big color correction. 6.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot. My back is still hurting from that.
I think it's interesting because both you and I, we have what's almost like full work weeks, where like that typical Monday to Friday. Yeah. Because you're off on Fridays, so you work a stint of work, and then I'm off on Sunday and Mondays, so I work my whole week. We don't have that day to kind of break up the week, which is totally fine.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? Having a day off. I said this to Sam, funny. I think it was yesterday. I was like, I'd almost prefer to have a day off in the middle of the week, because like, I'm exhausted by the end of the week. Mm-hmm. Just, it's normal work. Like, that's what happens. Yeah. So I get to recharge today, but then I still got to go back tomorrow before I get my weekend on Sunday.
Get your Sunday.
Right?
Exactly.
But you know what? I love it.
Yeah, so do I. I got used to it. When I first started, like, doing full-time here, I think I had Wednesdays off, which was nice to have the middle of the week. I agree. But then I also do really like having Sundays and Mondays off. It feels like a full weekend, so.
And I feel like I'm starting to have a more like
consistent.
Yeah, consistent schedule. Because like I said, like I'm newer, so like I just kind of float wherever she needs me. Love that. So I have consecutively been having Fridays off the past few weeks, so I feel like that might be my day off, but it's still hard because like I don't know some days, oh, am I going to be 9 to 5 or am I going to be 10 to 6?
Yeah.
Like trying to book appointments. That's the only thing about not having a for sure set day off, because I'm like, well, I don't want to book an appointment and then have to be like, okay, I have to leave for half an hour.
Yeah.
But if I do it,
thankfully it goes back to if you have to, then
exactly,
it's super cool. But I totally get what you mean. Like when you have that one day, or you know, every Tuesday you work 12 to 8.
Yeah, exactly. But I also, guys, just want to mention happy Thanksgiving weekend to everybody. Yay. This will be coming out Thanksgiving. Sunday.
But some people celebrate Sunday.
Yeah, a lot of people
do. Yeah.
And also just got to mention this is the start to my busy Thanksgiving weekend. So I'm babysitting, I think, tonight for my best friend Sam. Her partner, his birthday is actually the same day as mine. They're going to celebrate him tonight, so I'm going to babysit the kiddos. And then Sunday is their little girl's birthday, so we're going to have a birthday party for her. And then Monday is the best day of all, my birthday, which is also her partner's birthday. Oh, I forgot to say, on Saturday I'm going out for dinner for my birthday.
Big birthday Thanksgiving weekend.
Big 2-0 this year, and I get to have a great home-cooked meal for my birthday. Just wanted to put that out there.
Yes, we're going to put that out there again. Ella is turning 20.
Yeah.
She's almost legal in the States.
No more teen.
Crazy. But I have to say, you definitely, like, seem super mature for your age. And
I'm very mature.
She definitely connects with all us older ladies at work. We're not old, but when we're with Ella, sometimes things come up and we're like, holy crap.
It's just funny because I don't know what we were talking about. And then we said something about 2010. I was like, yeah, I was 5.
Yeah. We're all like, I'm like, I graduated high school. Monica's like, we won't even say what Monica said, but she's just like, I hate you.
Yeah. Also,
so funny.
For everyone wondering, I'm running on week 4 of this stupid lingering cough.
Yeah, it's wild. And you talk to everyone and they say the same thing. Like, it lingers for them. It's lingering for my kids. The school talks about how much kids are in and out. The doctor's office.
The doctors can't do anything because it's just viral.
Yeah, I don't know if it's another strain of COVID we're all getting, because I mean, no one tests for COVID anymore unless you're in the hospital and like they need to know what they're treating. I guess there's some people that may curiosity, but I don't know what it is. It's lingering like crazy.
Yeah.
People in our chair having them. Kids being like, I'm not sick. I'm just this cough. And I'm like,
I'm
it's
not
okay.
sick. I'm just gross.
Everyone wants to be like, disclaimer, I'm not contagious. We appreciate it. Don't come in contagious. And we will do the same.
I say that to my clients because sometimes like I'd be like, oh, just excuse me, I have to cough. I'm like, don't worry, I'm not contagious. I'm just going on week 379 of this cough.
This ridiculous cough. Wild.
All right, well, let's stop rambling here.
Yes.
What are we going to talk about this week, Miss Emily?
So this week, we wanted to talk about hair horror stories.
Which we've, like, slightly thrown in there over the past. But today, strictly that. And we are so thankful. We got, let me look on here. We got 22 horror stories sent to us.
Yay, we're excited.
So thank you guys so much.
Yep. Is that 22 or is that just comments?
Well, that's comments, but that's...
Oh, because we replied.
Yeah.
So not quite 22 stories that we're going to share, but we got stories sent in on horror stories from other hairstylists. We're super pumped to share those.
And obviously we're going to say their stories because they know that we're putting it on here. We're just going to leave personal information out.
We won't put their usernames or anything out there just because... We're not trying to dox anybody, but we're super excited that we got some listener feedbacks as well.
And that's going to probably be the main part of our episode today, but I think we should start with ourselves.
Yep, our own horror stories.
What about you, Emily?
So, like I've mentioned before, this is my 4th year doing hair. I went to school 4 years ago, and it would probably be about 3 years ago now. I was probably in the industry for, like, out of school doing hair for maybe less than 6 months anyway. So we'll say 3 years ago, about a year into my career, I was doing a stacked bob, which we all know is not easy to do. And it wasn't like a layered one either. It was just that nice stack in the back.
Not easy to do, but real easy to mess up.
Real easy to mess up, I'll tell you. And it was like the inverted one too, where it comes down in the front. So I was at the very end of what I was doing, and it actually looked really good, especially for someone who just started doing hair, and I didn't need any help. I was going to do the finishing touches, and I picked up my thinning shears, which everyone knows the thinning shears are the ones with the little teeth in them. They like texturize your hair, they thin it out.
They take out the weight, they don't take out length.
Yeah, exactly. And I decided at the back of her hair I needed to texturize it some more. Sectioned out what I was going to texturize, and my first mistake was deciding I was going to texturize the top layer.
Oh.
Picked up the hair, texturized it, the snip went, and I realized it was my regular shears, not my texturizing shears.
And the snip is a different sound with those scissors, yes. So right away you're like,
right away my heart stopped. And the other mistake that I made was I went jaw drop, there was another stylist in the salon with a client. They snapped their head over to me. My client, her eyes wide. She said, "What? You did not." She knew what I did right away. I was like, "I'm so sorry. I did." I instantly, the tears started in my eyes.
Emily, poker face.
I know. I did not have a poker face, and that was definitely what me and my mentor talked about after too. Not that we would lie and hide it, but like
I would if I could.
I made it seemed way worse than it was.
Yeah.
So God bless Vanessa. She was my mentor. She at the time was in the industry for 26 years, so she had a lot of tricks up her sleeve. She excused herself from her client momentarily and came over to mine, and she worked her magic, and she worked it good because this lady then did actually have layers in her hair. I still have a picture of her after because I actually did a color on her too. Like, she got full highlights.
So she was a full day's work.
And I'm like, at the end, I'm like, can I take a picture? It was so awful. And she cried, I cried, but Vanessa fixed it and looked beautiful. And when I look at the after picture, I'm like, wow, that's just a testament to what a good hairstylist can do. Not me.
Not me.
I mean, I could probably fix it now, and I'm not saying I'm not a good hairstylist. I'm saying Vanessa was the good hairstylist in this situation. She came in, she fixed it, she made it look really textured, the layers looked nice, but it will haunt me forever, and I will never make that mistake again.
What did that teach you?
To always triple check my shears, and I do. Same as my clippers. I always double check.
There's a guard on it?
Well, not only that I have the right number. I always flip my clippers over and it's all from that situation. I'm like, no, I'm double checking the tool that's in my hand. Like, I don't care.
I don't care if clients get annoyed. A man tells me number 3 sides and back. I'm like, okay, number 3 sides and back. I repeat it, put the number 3 on, and then I go before I start, and I'm like, we said number 3, correct?
Yes. Me too. I don't care. And also from that situation, I learned you don't layer the top layer of hair either, because had that been underneath, like that would have been an even easier fix.
Yeah. You always clip up the top layer.
So yeah, that was one of my horror stories. What about one of yours?
I'm very thankful, knock on wood. I don't really have any. Like I said, I'm not even a full year out yet. Yeah. Probably, like I said, like the guy taking my scissors, cutting his own bangs, and telling me to fix what fix what I started. Mm-hmm. That was just like client-wise horror story. There was a time recently. Oh, I can think of one actually. It was like my first, I want to say like within my first week, maybe my second week, and I was doing a long layer cut. Mm-hmm. And in school, we touch on that and we do it for a while, and then we don't do it for a while. Mm-hmm. And so I was doing it, everything was great, but then when I realized, why is the sides so short and look really not good, I was like, Monica, can you come over and just like help me? And she was like looking at it right away because she's a great stylist. She noticed what I did. I didn't take my middle section to blend from like my back layers to there to make those layers and then blend in the sides. So she just quickly did that and then everything looked great. But it was like I missed that one little step because I hadn't done it in so long.
That it threw off the whole haircut.
I do that every time now. I make sure I got my 5 sections in there.
Yep.
And then the most recent one is like not really my fault, but like it is. But it also taught me my poker face. It was just on the back of a neck, but it was of a lady. We were talking and I was cleaning up her neck and she like, I don't know if she like kind of like was trying to like hold in a cough or something, but she moved. And so her left side's beautiful rounded off, and her right side's beautiful. Then there's a big indent, and then it's like that. So I just kind of was like, okay, poker face, and I went to the other side, did the same thing, and then I sent her on her way.
Yep. That sucks. But sometimes that happens. If there's a mistake, you kind of got to match the mistake on the other side to make it
didn't look bad.
Even.
It just kind of went straight and then in a little bit.
Wasn't what you wanted.
But like I said, like
poker face.
She moved, but like I guess I should have been quick enough to like pull away.
Yeah. I've had that with kids too, where kids move and then you kind of
pair this morning.
Snip a little shorter. And speaking of school fails, a school fail that I had was actually on my own hair, but it was my fault. I will disclaim from the beginning. Monica told me not to do this. She told my classmate not to do this. We did this and I paid for it. I've been coloring my hair since I was in grade 5.
Yeah.
Most of that time was not professional. I did it at home a lot. Before hair school, I was putting a lot of Arctic Fox on my hair, and it's like purple. It's just a semi or demi, but I had layers on. I had box dye on there. But I always wanted to play with bleach. My hair won't lighten if it's even natural. Like, it stops at like that orangish color. But I really wanted to be bright red with like red streaks in there as well. She told us not to put any more bleach on my hair underneath, and one of my classmates, we did it anyway, and the foils were falling on the floor. Actually, I was losing hair.
You got a nice chemical haircut.
Yes, and actually, I just showed you a picture yesterday of that.
Oh,
the really short. Yeah, but it was a lot shorter than she was initially because I fried off my hair. Oh, the other thing that we had put on my hair before we used the actual bleach was we found these old bottles of spray-in lightener. You spray it in your hair, and then you take your straightener and you put your straightener on the color, and it's supposed to lighten it. I know.
No.
And we did that.
No.
And then we turned around and put bleach on my hair. Like,
no.
Oh my goodness. I have TikToks of the before and afters of my hair, like before when I just started hair school versus now, and the difference, because my hair was so fried, it was so broken off, it was so choppy and nasty.
Well,
because I just didn't care. I didn't use heat protector. I over bleached my hair. I was using the wrong products. I wasn't using certain products. My hair has been such a hair horror story for like.
But you know what? Your hair now is super healthy.
Yeah, I learned like from 22 onwards. I've been taking such good care of my hair. Now it's like to the middle of my back. It's thick.
Yeah.
It's luscious. It's beautiful, but it was not. So I feel like I am a good person to kind of preach to people and say what you need and should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Because I've lived it and I have the pictures to prove it. They were not cute.
Literally. And I was given the best compliment yesterday. So I decided to chop my hair to my shoulders at the start of summer. Loved it. Still love it. But I always feel my hair doesn't grow that fast. Yesterday, Sam's just doing my roots. So I have my little...
I didn't even know. I do. I noticed now that you say
it. But she's like, oh my gosh, your hair's growing. It's getting long. I was like, is it?
No, it is. It's growing for sure.
Yeah.
I can see your hair growing.
It's back to where it was before I cut it.
Yeah. Another time on one of our segments, we could talk about how to grow your hair and like tips for growing your hair. We'll throw that into one of our future episodes.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'll take some pointers on that.
Yeah, if people are wondering. But yeah, that was another horror story that I have.
Oh God, I've got them all.
This is not like me that did it to my hair. This is something I did to a client. And if you're a hairstylist listening, especially a newer one, take note. It is so easy to cut those side layers too short on pixie cuts, like connecting the bang to the side especially, and you can leave a hole. And I did that within the last 8 months. Like, it was probably 6 to 8 months ago. I accidentally did it, and I had to get Monica to come help me because this lady had really short pixie cut. But she wanted her bangs a little bit longer. I accidentally, like, connected them the wrong way to the side. Yeah. She ended up with a hole in the side. Monica was able to fix it. She was able to make things more shorter and blended, and the lady was happy, thankfully, but it was not what she was going for initially. And once again, I don't think I'll ever cut a hole in someone's.
And can we normalize getting help?
Yes.
Like, asking for help, guys. Yeah. Do not be embarrassed. No. Like, I've had so many, I mean, I can think of 2 clients that I've started the, like, service, shampooed them, everything. They're in my chair, and I've actually politely just been like, hey, I feel you're gonna be happier, and I feel more confident someone else can do this better, and actually move them to someone else's chair. Like, we have to normalize that. It's okay to ask for help.
Exactly. It truly is okay to ask for help. And like Monica said on our last episode, she's been doing hair for over 30 years. You'll still hear Monica say to one of us, hey, can I get your eyes for a second? Yeah, exactly. When it comes to color, she will say, can you just double check this client's hair that you're seeing the same level I'm seeing? And it's not because she can't do it. It's not because she isn't seeing right. It's just because before she goes and formulates and puts chemicals on this client's head,
a second set of eyes is never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing. And there's 100 reasons why you might see a different tone, or maybe you do need a second set of eyes, lighting, whatever. It doesn't matter. We've all had our hands in heads before too, so maybe I see something in that color that I ran into before, even though I've only been doing hair 4 to her 30.
Yeah. And oh my god, it was funny yesterday. Monica taught most of the staff at our work. We talked about this on last week's episode, but we had a slow moment that one of our coworkers was in getting her hair cut, and 1, 2, 3, all 4 of us who were also in there were like huddled around. We were like just like mesmerized watching her do this cut, because we're like, I feel like we're back in school again, learning this, and she did a great job. Like, we still love to learn and watch. Like,
yes, we love learning and watching. You'll hear Monica sends us videos all the time.
The time. It's awesome.
Yeah, social media has changed the game for seeing different techniques, seeing how it's so cool to see how one person would cut an inverted bob compared to how I might cut an inverted bob. Like, that's the beautiful thing about hair. There's multiple ways to get to the same or similar end game. We're artists.
Yeah. Speaking again of asking for help, Monica, like, I am not 100% confident in my inverted bobs yet, and stacked bobs are not easy. She's gonna do some demos for us, I think. But I had a lady want to do it, but I was like, you know what? I want to do this. So Monica was like, okay. She's like, you know how to get your back baseline. She's like, do it. Then I'll come over and help. We tag teamed on that cut. I did what I could do. She'd come over, did what I did, just showed me where there's a couple long pieces. Then I dried her, texturized a little bit. Then Monica came over, did the same thing, showed me where I could improve a little bit. Like, we literally, 2 of us on one haircut.
Yeah. Exactly. And
that client was so amazing. She's like, no, just go for it, girl.
I love that. I love when clients are like, no, it's a learning moment. I sit there all the time and watch, like, anyone around me who's cutting, and it's not something. I hope no one ever feels like I'm staring at them.
I know. I'm like, guys, I'm not staring. I'm just watching what you're doing.
I'm watching because it's so satisfying. I love seeing it, and I love picking up new little tips and tricks from other people that I may not have seen or may not have thought to do. And something that me and another coworker were saying yesterday, which, Ella, I'm sure you're starting to feel like this now, but in 2 to 3 years, you're going to feel this even more, is once you get to the point of being really comfortable doing hair, or like more comfortable, when you learn things, you pick it up so much easier. So when you watch a demo or you hear something, like stuff
just
that it clicks even more. It clicks a little bit better because you're not focusing on like so many other things. I don't know. It's just really cool how you evolve as a hairstylist.
I'm really starting to notice that, especially when someone shows me a picture, I can recreate it a lot easier.
Exactly. You look at a picture and like Monica mentioned on our episode last week, you pick that picture apart and you see how you're going to do that picture. But that's an example of how everyone does it differently, because if I pick that picture apart, maybe I start with my back. Maybe someone else starts with their side. Maybe somebody else starts a guide on the top. The way we cut the top of the hair, I don't cut my mohawk section front to back. I do my mohawk section side to side. Other people do theirs front to back. Like, it's so cool, and I love it.
And it was funny, even yesterday when I was at Sam's, she's like, do you always start in the back? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I start in the sides.
Yeah, exactly. It's
same outcome.
Same outcome. It's just different, and at different cuts and different reasons why one might start one way or the other. But
all right, I'm really excited. Can we jump into our listeners and fellow stylists?
Definitely.
Horror stories?
Yep.
I start?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. God, I need my glass on. I was approximately 6 months into my first salon. I learned highlighting really quickly, and I was already successful with building clientele from it. I had an older lady come in, shoulder-length hair. Her regrowth was white all the way down to her chin, where it was a level 10 natural blonde. She told me she didn't know what to do with it, but she wants something to feel better. I thought, oh, let's do some lowlights with the color so we can blend out that really harsh blonde line. She makes me grab a mentor because she was unsure I actually knew what I was talking about. Mentor approves and even helps me formulate, but we formulated a little too late because we definitely didn't want to go too dark on this client. Sorry, I got an itch. During the appointment, I'm asking her about her life, where she's from, if she has pets. Guys, that's normal. That's called small talk. Just trying to bring the vibe up. And she cuts me off by saying, you talk too much. What the hell? Mm-hmm. She later asked my age. I tell her, I'm 19. She goes, did you even go to school? Yeah, I went to school. School don't want to dox myself, LOL. Did you actually graduate? What the absolute frig? Who asks that? Anyways, fast forward through the verbal abuse and shit. We get to the blow dry. She freaks and says she can't even see the highlights, says it's too blended, they're too light, I can't see them. My hair looks worse than how I came in. If I knew how young she was, I wouldn't have booked with her. I could tell by her hair she wasn't a good fucking stylist. My hair was dark brown and curled. She's saying this as I'm right there, starting to cry. And the room is full of other clients too. And they're all staring and went quiet. Luckily, my mentor stood up for me and said, well, your hair looks a lot better than whatever the hell you did to it last time. She knows what she's doing, and you absolutely cannot go after her appearance when you came in looking how you did. She left. I'm 21 now, still at the same salon, and I haven't had a client nearly as bad as her again.
Wow. Can you imagine being that mean and cruel that you need to tear someone apart?
No.
Even if it did turn out to be awful, you don't verbally abuse and talk down about somebody like that, especially when you know they're new. Like, how miserable do you have to be to treat people that way?
And I just want to read one of the comments that it actually is super sweet. Kudos to your mentor for standing up for you. There's always that one client, unfortunately.
It's true.
Kudos to your mentor.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee you, someone start yelling at me, Monica wouldn't wait a 0.3 of a second. No. She'd be over there and tell them to get the hell out of my chair.
Honestly, she would.
But then this one says, it's okay. Gives me something to tell my clients when they ask.
Yep.
Have you ever had any bad clients?
Mm-hmm. No, it's true. I feel really bad for her, but
I'm glad she stuck to it.
She did it, and she's still doing it, and she seems to have an understanding that is not okay. And nowhere in there is she like, anyways. That's got me like at a loss for words.
I know. People can be so mean.
We have another stylist who say they snipped their client's earlobe with their thinning shears as an apprentice. Now they always put a finger in between the ears and their shears, no matter how far away the blade is. That is not the first time I've heard a stylist say they snip their ear.
Me neither.
There's a really popular hairstylist on TikTok. He's super cool, and he told a story one time about how he cut the ear off, and the ear, like, he literally cut the ear off. The top of it came off, and the client had to go to the hospital, blood everywhere, got it stitched up, and the client still comes back to them.
That's awesome.
I know, but can you
this
imagine?
One, with your thinning shears, oh, I can just, like, that would hurt.
That would hurt so bad. 'Cause
I've cut myself with my thinning shears. But you know what? It happens. Every time I go to cut around a client's ear, I'm like, okay, make sure it's the hair, yes. No ear in there.
And another thing that's funny about ears is some are really bendy and some aren't. Some won't move
out of the way. Some are so stiff.
Yes, you can't
For an ear, you would not think that. Like my ears are like bendy.
Same. I can fold it right over, but there's people's ears out there you cannot fold.
I'm like, am I hurting you? They're like, no. And I'm like, okay, your ear won't move.
And one more thing about ears, in case people didn't know, is your ears are usually like crooked. Like,
oh, yeah.
One is usually higher than the other. So if you're using the top of the ear or the bottom of the ear as a guideline, you might find your haircut uneven.
Yeah.
Because their ears are not in the right spot.
Okay, we have another one. In my early years, I highlighted a client with horizontal sections, but really chunky, as she wanted. But then I cut layers, and it ended up looking like big skunk stripes. 12 years later, it still haunts me.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing when they want the chunky layers. It's hard to not make it look like a skunk stripe.
I know. But this one, I think it's because she cut the layers after.
Yeah.
Whereas if she had have cut them before, and you can blend it a bit better. But that's also... short hair is a nightmare. When you have highlights or they come in with color in their hair, half color, or like they have gray hair. When you start cutting short hair, it shows everything, and it can make the haircut look so chunky and unblended.
Yeah. Can I say this next one? Because it's just short. That way you can have the long story.
Yep.
In my early years, I made the same that you did. Wrong shears. But it was at the top of the guy's head.
Oh, no.
Like we said, it's so easy to just pick up the wrong shears.
Yeah, honestly, and on the top of the guy's head. So now they got this big chunk up there you got to try and blend. And oh, my goodness.
God, love her.
So this next stylist, they say... My water broke before my client's appointment, but it wasn't like a gush, it was a small leak, so I didn't know I was in labor until I had my first big contraction, which was in the middle of my client's appointment. This is also my first pregnancy, so I didn't know what was normal and what wasn't. Also, my client was a teenager, and I have no idea if she ever noticed anything or what. I started at 9 a.m. and left the salon at 12 p.m. I just looked at my boss and told her I was in labor, left, and drove myself to the hospital. I think of it more as a funny story than a horror story, but that's just me. And then she said, edit, I also had someone call me stupid because I told her about my vacation to LA and then asked me if I was even capable of cutting her hair after that. I don't even understand that.
Like, people, I think she was just, like, also saying, like, that was a second story.
Yeah, I know, that's the second story, but I still don't get it. I had someone call me stupid because I told her about my vacation to LA and then asked me if I was even capable of cutting her hair after that.
Like, why wouldn't she be?
Why?
She
like,
went
is there something?
Vacation?
Yeah, is there something we don't know about LA going there? Oh my god! But can you imagine?
This poor lady, her water broke. It's her first pregnancy. Like, I've never been pregnant.
Yeah.
But like, I can just imagine, like, you're not knowing what's going on, and then you're in the middle of a service, and you're like, shit, I think I'm actually gonna have my baby right here on this floor, so I should leave.
And she said it wasn't a gush, it was a small leak. So you're just standing there, like, leaking, wondering what the heck is going on here.
Am I peeing?
Yep. Crazy.
Oh. I cut my finger and bled all over a client. Did this twice with 2 separate clients because I was so nervous.
Oh, no.
That's so awful.
I've had it, too. I didn't bleed all over them, but I bled and pulled up a hair on somebody, and I'm like, oh, my God, we're going to wash your hair. I'm so sorry.
Yep. I have cut myself, and, like, it barely bleeds, but, like, I'm embarrassed and don't want to say that I, like, cut myself, so I'll just be, like, go, like, put my scissors down and be like, oh, I just have to oil them. They're not, like...
Why are you embarrassed to say you cut yourself?
I'm not anymore. It was, like, when I was, like, first starting. Yeah. I was like, oh, I just have to oil these a little bit. They're just like a little bit tough. And then I'd like grab one of the Sanic strips and like hold it there while I'm doing it. Because it's not bleeding enough that I need a Band-Aid.
Yes. Cutting ourselves is something that happens. Yep.
Yep. Well, yeah, 3 times a day. Yep.
Yep. This next one says that they've done the same thing as me. Because when I made this post on a social media site, and then I talked about my shear incident like I did with you guys. So this person says that they've done the same as me, but they were just texturizing the very ends of the hair in the back. So they just trimmed the hair another inch, and she ended up loving it. She also says that she always checks the blades of the shears now when they grab to go texturize.
Absolutely. Because what if that client didn't want that extra inch off?
Exactly. So the moral of this episode is check your shears.
Yes, literally. Okay, this was almost 2 decades ago, but I still think about it often. I had just quit and left the salon I'd been at for a year and had started back at my previous salon. My first day back, I had to come in on a Monday, when we were typically closed. The owner gave me the key, and I met my client for her highlight because she was getting married in Chicago that upcoming weekend. Very high-profile wedding. She was the head of the local charity here and was marrying the CEO of said charity. I did highlights and lowlights. Went to mix up her color wash, and it was a color line I wasn't familiar with. A lot of color brands use letters for tonal value, which is very true. Mm-hmm. I saw 9B, and I thought, great, light blonde beige, perfect. It was in fact not light blonde beige, but blue additive. Still not sure to this day why it had a 9 in front of it. Which, I mean, true. Why do you have that? Anyways. I had my client in the shampoo bowl, started applying from the center out. After I finished one side, I parted down the middle, and her highlights were already indigo when I started. I was sweating and immediately rinsed her, and I lied. I said, I accidentally grabbed your low light formula and darkened the highlights a bit. Took her to my chair without a mirror and started highlighting every blue strand I could. I was able to get it back blonde, but there were still some blue bits. I know her stylist who did her hair for her wedding was like, what?
Oh my god, that's awful. I feel
so bad because I can just imagine the panic.
I feel like in that case, maybe I'm wrong, but they probably should have been a little more honest on what happened. Like, I get saying, I don't know, I feel like you should have said, there's some blue in here. Don't freak out. But maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If there's some blue bits left in her hair, I just wonder, should you have said why there's blue left in your hair?
Why? We all know for a vivid color, they usually just have like Arctic Fox, like they just have the name of it. Why was there a color? Why was there a number in front of it?
Goldwell also like has additives, like there could be a blue additive, or like we have two, but you're right, they don't have a 9B. They say like blue or red. Like even Matrix has
because
their
when
additives.
You think of 9, that's the second lightest level. So that's a really pretty toner a lot of the time.
And there's tons of 9Bs that are like beige. So I don't know.
I feel so bad.
Oh my god. So this next person said, ooh, my most and least favorite topic. My very first men's cut as a licensed stylist, and I was never taught how to do a men's haircut, came in and said the stylist he usually goes to was on medical leave, and they usually start with a 1 on the sides up to a 3, faded into scissors on top, and leave it long because he likes to spike it. I put the 1 guard on my clippers and got super focused on making our conversation not sound like I'm about to shit my pants, and that I totally know what I'm doing. And this is absolutely not my first men's cut ever. And then I proceeded to take the 1 guard down the top middle of his head. I'm sweating typing this story, and it happened over 13 years.
Oh my god.
How? Oh my goodness.
You literally said scissors on top. And then
you go took a 1.
Oh no.
Oh no. Like, that's what nightmares are made of. That is awful. I feel so bad for this person. God. I also would still think about that 13 years later, but never make that mistake again, I'm sure. God. Oh my god, that's so bad.
And I've learned from people telling you they want a buzz cut and they don't actually want a buzz cut that now, even like I've had some clients, their hair is super long. They're like, I think I get a number 1. And I'm like, that's like almost skin. So I'll be like, can I try a 3 and then show you what that is? And I'll literally just start on the side where I can blend in. They're like, oh yeah, that's plenty short. I'm like, that's what I thought.
Exactly. So our last stylist, but certainly not least, says, my first year doing hair at a school 14 years ago. I was busy with a client, but my coworkers at my old salon still handed me a walk-in, even though they were busy. I quickly learned why. Man in his 50s, maybe even early 60s, very picky. I do what I thought I was told. We go to the checkout where my coworker sat the whole time, and she complimented his $12 haircut, and he scoffs and continues to say, "Mother will not be pleased." Okay, Norman Bates, shoo. I have 100% fallen short on haircuts, color, or even waxes. We are all human. I deal with picky clients to this day, but that incident stands above the rest. I don't get it.
So they handed him to her saying they were busy because they didn't want to do it.
But I don't understand his mother will not be pleased. Does he mean his mom will not be pleased?
I don't know. I think he's just being an asshole.
Oh my god. Very picky. I don't know. I guess we have some picky clients, but not really.
Not like that.
Not like that. That's wild. Well, we're very appreciative of those stories. Maybe that gave you guys some insight on some of the horror stories that we experience as hairstylists, and I'm sure those aren't even the tip of the iceberg. But we loved reading those. We loved hearing them. We hoped you guys did as well. And now we have a super fun...
Can I just quickly... I want to butt in. I found this one. This is not anyone who commented on ours, but I found it because it was things related to this, and I just want to read this.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is, as a hairstylist, what are some of the most unhinged things your client has said to you? Okay? I'll go first. I have strep throat and I scheduled a text to all my clients at 7 a.m. I stopped crying, throwing up, and shaking around 4, letting them know that info and that I would reschedule them all the earliest possible time, and I'm so sorry. Mind you, clients, as we all know, can cancel an hour before their appointment, no call, no show up late all the time. Tell me how not 1, but 2 clients texted her back saying, I'm so sorry, but that's inconvenient for me.
Oh my God.
I have this event and don't worry about getting sick. If you can come in just to do my hair real fast. 2 clients. You're out of your mind. Okay, thanks for telling me because my only concern was you, worried about getting sick.
Wow.
Which was a concern of mine. I stated in that text. I have worse stories in my 10 plus years in this field, but I really took this opportunity to vent and crack some jokes together. I do believe I will be firing both of my clients.
Wow.
She's thinking of her clients not wanting to get sick, and they're texting her, we'll just come in anyway.
Yeah.
What?
No, not happening. I understand what an inconvenience it can be, but when a few years ago, I got my hands tattooed. I started with one hand, my right hand, and I decided, literally that day, I need my other one done. So I made an appointment. My appointment was for 2 weeks later. The day of my appointment, I get a phone call that my tattoo artist is sick and needs to reschedule for another week. Obviously, that sucks. I wanted my tattoo, but I literally said, no problem, I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. When you're getting services, that is a risk. I don't know. It's a lot. So today we thought for our game we would do what's called fix it or leave it.
Yeah, fix it or forget it.
Fix it or forget it. And we're not I have questions that aren't just about hair. I have some that are about life, relationships, work.
Love it. So
Ella's either going to say that she would fix the situation or she would forget it. So I will start with client services.
Okay.
Something we do for hair service, and then we're going to move into the really fun stuff.
Okay.
You messed up a color formula and the client's mad. Fix it or forget it.
If they'll let me, fix it.
A client no-shows twice but apologizes with a big tip.
Yeah, fix it.
Your client insists on using box dye between appointments.
Forget it.
Forget it.
Forget it. And let's talk about things not to say to your stylist when you're doing something and they're asking if they can just put a box color on after this.
No.
You're in my chair.
Yeah.
Shut up.
The last one I'll ask about, like, this topic is your client wants you to redo their hair for free after changing their mind.
Forget it. Sorry. Yeah. No. If we did what you asked, that's what we did.
Exactly.
If I messed up what you asked, 100%.
Yeah. These ones are relationship and friendship edition.
Oh.
Your partner constantly forgets important dates like your birthday or anniversary.
Oh, get out of here.
Oh, especially on weekends like this. Ella's big weekend.
Get out of here.
Get
My
out.
weekend starts today. Get out.
Your partner follows flirty accounts and likes every photo.
Get out of here. Get.
Ooh, I like this. I like a girl who does not take shit.
Y'all,
That's right.
when they're waving those red flags, use your eyes.
Get out. You've grown apart from a friend you've had for 10 years.
If you want to, fix it.
Yeah, I agree. You love your job, but your boss is toxic.
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you love your job and love all your coworkers,
Yeah.
I feel like you could probably fix it.
Yeah.
But, like, if you don't like your coworkers either, then I would leave.
Leave it, yeah. You started a business with a friend, but they stopped pulling their weight.
Yeah, fix it. Because then you'd be like, you know what, bitch? Screw you, and I'm going to do this on my own.
Let's see. I got some other ones. Oh, your coworker keeps borrowing your shears and brushes.
I think that's okay as long as they're not returning them, like, damaged.
Yeah, put them back.
Because, like, some people, like Emily, sometimes forget to bring their own stuff to work.
Your client consistently shows up 15 minutes late but tips well.
That's fine.
Money talks.
Yeah.
Your boss wants you to post only salon content on your social media.
If it's my, like, hair account, yeah, sure.
No, it's your personal.
Well, then, no. I can post what I want to post.
Your client always complains but still rebooks.
Honestly, at that point, forget it.
Yeah.
There's more fish in the sea.
Your friend asks for just a trim and expects it for free.
That's a hard one. I want to say forget it, because you shouldn't do hair for free. Mm-hmm. But I feel like we always give in and just do it anyway.
I know. I feel that too. But actually, I have been pretty good at setting boundaries for outside of work hair. I wasn't at first, but I've learned I have to set boundaries. Your coworker eats tuna in the break room every day.
That's fine. Just I'm not going to judge what someone eats.
Okay, that's nice. Your manager schedules you during your vacation.
I'm going on vacation. Yeah. I will not be there.
I got like 2 more.
Yeah.
You want to raise your prices, but you're scared to lose clients.
No. You need to charge what you are worth. Go for it.
Yep.
You lose them, you lose them. You'll gain more.
True that. You've been blonde for years, but secretly miss your natural hair color. And it's dark brown.
If you want to go through that process, let it grow out. I get that. I'm a few shades darker than my natural, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I had my natural color, but, like, no, I'm not going to let that grow out.
Yep, that's fair. Well, that was interesting.
That was fun.
I think you have good boundaries. I like it. It's good.
The next part we want to do, got to go back into my notes here, see what I wrote down, except I actually know what I'm going to talk about, is, I don't remember, it's like, not, okay, I'm just gonna read what it's called on. Redemption round. So, share a time where a near disaster turned into a win. Quick thinking, teamwork, or save of the day story. I'm actually going to talk about my 6.5 hour color correction.
Yeah.
So this client had previously bleached their own hair, put brown box dye, then black, came in to me, and I put professional color on it to match what was on her hair just because it was a bit patchy. Mm-hmm. No big deal. Then decided they want their natural color back. Mm-hmm. When you're black hair, you have to remove that color if you want to go back to even 2 shades lighter. Mm-hmm. So we get there. I do it's called the CPR. It's like a color remover. I mix that up, put it on her hair, put her under heat, and that's like supposed to like turn nice. And the only time as a hairdresser you want to see orange hair because it means that color is removing and stripping. Yeah. It didn't budge. Not 1 single ounce. Nothing. No, nothing. Zero.
That's depressing.
We're like, oh dear God. So we mix up a bleach bath, which is 1 part lightener, 1 part bleach, 1 part shampoo. Mm-hmm. Did that. This is bleach now on your hair. It's not moving. But it broke the seal because there was like literally 2 strands on either side that we could see starting, excuse me, to lose their pigment. We're like, okay, try this again. Put the CPR on it. Nothing. Finally, we're like, you know what? We have to do the bleach bath with 30 volume developer. Is when it finally started to move. I'm very thankful I had Sam to help me. Mm-hmm. She was great. I felt bad, but because like I didn't want to pull her off the floor, but at this point like there wasn't many people there. Mm-hmm. She used her quick thinking and her many years of experience and was like, you know what? No, just do this. Finally started to move. Got her to about 6 different colors because there's a bunch of color under her hair. So we matched it with the darkest on there, and we were able to get her happy with a dark brown. She was just happy the black was gone. But that was something that could have turned bad because she, for the first 2 hours, was not budging.
Wow.
So I'm very glad I had the help and support of Sam.
Yep. There's another reason why black box dye is just a bitch to deal with,
honestly. I did go to the back at one point, and I was like, don't cry. But I'm like, she is not lifting. And I knew how upset she was because she just wanted the black gone.
And it's not even just black box dye. If we put black permanent hair color on you in the salon, permanent hair color, that's hard.
Yeah. But still, if it's professional, it will move.
Yeah. I think I might have briefly said this story before, but I'll say it again quickly. I used the wrong guard on a man. I was going to do a fade and I missed a hair and I was going back to get it and I put on the wrong blade. So his fade went a little bit higher. I was able to fix it. It was at the back. He didn't even notice or care, so it was all good.
Exactly. That's your save of the day, though.
That was my save of the day, was reblending that. I'm sure I have other ones. I just can't. Oh, I've had the issue of toner going too dark and did a quick bleach bath. One time I even used Dawn dish soap.
Yeah,
it lifted out the toner, it clarified it. So those were some other wins that I had would be like people coming in with a lot of buildup on their hair or chlorine, and you give them a good clarifying wash and their hair is nice and soft.
It's like so satisfying. I am not going to ask Sam for her permission. I'm just going to do it because I remember one of her stories, because I was there, was she just did the most beautiful, like such pretty blonde. Everything was good. She goes put her toner in. Everything's good. As she's at the sink, she comes back and she's like, it's turning pink.
Oh no.
There was color left in either the bristle of the brush she used or of the bowl.
Oh no.
And so there was the slightest pink tint. She got it out the most she could. I think there might have been a little bit, but you couldn't notice. But she just had to but that's also a thing for stylists, is to make sure when you're washing your own dishes, or if you're washing other people's dishes, you really, really, really have to pay attention and make sure you do it.
Yep.
Because you don't want that, because it could have been in the bristle of the brush, or it could have been at the bottom of the bowl, because she couldn't see it. Nothing happened until it started to process.
Yep.
And another thing is if you have someone who you just did a black or a red color on, and you have a beautiful blonde come to the sink, make sure you wipe your sink down, because when they put their head in the sink and their ends start turning red because it's in the bowl, they're not going to be very happy.
Yes. Another issue that you may have is that the highlights might bleed a little bit.
Yeah. So do you want to explain that for people, what a bleeder is?
A bleeder is when the lightener comes out of the foil and it leaves like a brassy line. It almost looks like a cheetah print on the hair. You can fix that with some color at the sink really quick, like match the root color.
Yeah.
You could even put a little bit more bleach on to lighten it. But
and like when she says come out of the foil, like for people who aren't stylists, like you take a section of hair, you weave it, and that's your foil. This would like bleed out into the piece underneath, so where you weren't trying to highlight.
Yeah. So there's lots of things that can happen, like as a hairstylist, especially with chemicals. You become a really good hairstylist when you learn how to fix those.
And like Monica said, the day she stops learning is the day she'll hang up her shears.
Exactly.
Like, you're learning continuously.
These mistakes, these things that come up, they only make you a stronger stylist as hard as they are.
Yes, everybody, mistakes happen. That is how you grow. We were told the first day of school, you are going to make somebody cry. You're going to cry. You're going to mess up. That's how you're going to grow and become better.
Exactly. Well, we really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. We hope that you got a few laughs with us, a few cringy moments.
Yes.
A little bit of insight in what can go wrong in horror stories. But the biggest takeaway is you or another seasoned stylist should be able to fix it for the most part.
And Bailey's little snore. She's tired of us talking. But also a takeaway is just remember, you're human.
Yeah.
It's normal. Things happen.
Yep.
Yes, someone might be upset and get cranky at you. Don't let that get to you because you're human.
Exactly.
It's going to happen.
It's true.
Nobody's perfect.
No.
Hannah Montana.
However tangled your day may be, we hope that we helped smooth a few strands. Remember, you're doing your best.
Send us your stylist stories, confessions, questions, anything at all you'd like us to answer, and we'd be happy to do. Catch us next week on Untangle It All with Ella and Emily. Bye!